So now we're going to match your foundation on your face to your body. So you always want to do your body first and then do the makeup on your face when you're faking a tan, because otherwise you won't know, it just won't match. So you want to make sure that you take the bigger part of the picture, you make it one color, and then you match the face to it. I'm using a cream foundation, and it has a little bit of coverage, but I like it because, especially in the summer, you are, you're sweating and you're in the water and there's humidity. So using a foundation that has a little bit of oil in it, this one has soybean oil in it, really helps it be waterproof so that you can enjoy yourself and not worry about suddenly becoming a different color when you jump in the pool. The tan makeup that I used on Jessica is actually, I originally made it for Mariah Carey because she is very obsessed with having perfect skin, and she has some of the most beautiful milky skin I've ever seen in my life. But I prefer a tanner look, and so I really wanted to create something that would stay on and look very natural and not masky, and so I created this for Mariah actually. So you're Mariah's color right now. So when you're faking a tan on your face, you want to make sure that you get into your hairline because it's pale in here. So you just want to feather the foundation into your hairline like this. And then also what's wrong with this picture is this cute little pale ear. You got to make sure that you do your ears always. So after you get your foundation color to match your body, then you would go in and you conceal any little bits of things around your eyes or in your complexion. Sometimes, especially in the summer with the humidity, you can break out. And you can cover all those things with a concealer and then set it with a translucent powder. Okay. Now also, when you're concealing around your eyes, you want to make sure that you don't use a concealer that's crazy bright and white looking against a tan, because it's going to just make you look very artificial and very red. The center of your forehead matte, and right over here on the sides of your nose, in the middle of your cheek right here, and around the mouth. So you want to matte that out so it doesn't reflect light. Part of making a tan look real is not just being one flat color, because the sun never hits you perfectly evenly, because that just is a telltale sign that you were sprayed tan or it's painted on. So you want to really add levels. So wherever the sun would naturally hit you, you would be more tan. So that's when bronzer comes in. And this bronzer is a more red, deep bronze, and this one's much more yellow, as you can see. And between the two, it really simulates a beautiful, natural looking tan. And I'm going to start by just applying it wherever Jessica would naturally get hit by the sun. And you can see that would be up here. Close your eyes and raise your eyebrows. When you close your eyes and raise your eyebrows, you can really just hit your brow bone with a little bit of bronzer, and that's definitely an area that you don't want the real sun to be hitting you. But it's really beautiful, especially on lighter eyes, because it makes your eyes look brighter, open, and greener or bluer. Now this is where a lot of people misstep. After you've created a beautiful glowing tan and the bronzer goes on top and it adds an extra life and dimension, now you have to add the blood, the little bit of heat that the sun has given the skin. There's always a little bit of pink or a little bit of red after you've been in the sun, and it's really important to simulate that with some blush. I find that powdered blush works a lot better with this than a cream blush, but if you're more comfortable with a cream blush, then by all means do it. And it's not much, it's just a little bit, but it adds reality to the illusion. Right there, that's where we always get burned, isn't it? Don't get burned though. I like to use iridescent powder, and you can add the glow to the tops of the cheekbone, down the bridge of the nose, any place where you want a little light bouncing. It also helps magnify bone structure because it's reflecting light, so anything that reflects light is going to look bigger. That's why when women wear satin dresses, they look a little bit more voluminous. Smile. I'm just hitting the tops of the cheekbones. The brush I'm using is actually from a craft store, so you don't have to go crazy spending a ton of money on things if you can't afford it. Look, it's always fun buying the most expensive, beautiful, glamorous things, but if you can't afford it, it's not cute to not eat. This shiny powder that I'm using is actually a slightly beigey gold color. And I don't think that silvery colors work well on a tan because a tan is basically a gold warm undertone. So you want to stick with more warm undertone products when you're talking with a complexion. So this is like a gold kind of color, pale gold, and it reflects really beautifully. Now after you add the shine to your face and your complexion, you can also, don't forget about creating the same texture seamlessly onto the body. So you can magnify your clavicle and your collarbones by adding a little bit of glow and shine to that. And you could also do the shoulders like this, and here, because otherwise you're going to end up with a shiny face and this like matte body. So this kind of like drags the illusion, it becomes seamless. Now to keep this summer look really simple, I'm going to use the same products that I used on the complexion on the eyes. So I'm just going to use these two colored bronzers that I used on Jessica's complexion, and I'm going to use them as eyeshadows because there's no reason. It's just pigments and fillers and talc. That's what these products are. And it's the same thing that eyeshadows are. So you can cross-reference them. You can make them work for you however you want. And it keeps like a continuity. It's a monochromatic, golden, glowing summer look. So one of the easiest ways to magnify your glamour and your beauty is lots of lashes. So I'm going to curl your lashes, and then I'm going to use a waterproof mascara. It's always about waterproof mascara in the summer. In the summer, it's not about being fussy with your lips. You're going to be eating and you're going to be drinking, and you want to be able to do your lips without looking in a mirror. So I suggest using like a brightly colored or vibrant colored transparent lip color. It could be in a stick form or it could be a lip gloss, and I'm using like this beautiful iridescent coral, which is really pretty on a blonde, and it really magnifies the tan that we created. And open. I think it finishes the look in a very fresh and clean way. Okay, so this is our completed summer glowy tan look. We simulated a tan on the body using the Saint-Tropez self-tanner, and you can also use the liquid body makeup. Always bring the foundation on the face to match the rest of your body, and then we concealed any little bits that we needed to conceal, and we used two colored bronzers, a reddish one and a more warm yellowy one, and we highlighted and toned in the entire complexion. We added blush on the apples of the cheek and the bridge of the nose to simulate the sun-kissed look, and then we just used the same bronzers on the eyes as an eyeshadow, upper and lower lid, and 3 or 4 coats, 20 coats, however many you like for a mascara, upper and bottom, for some waterproof mascara. And we used a coral lip. We added the glow on the cheekbones and across the bone structure and the shoulders, and here she is. She is ready to go out and have a great time and meet the man of your dreams and conquer the world. I just don't mind.